Kevin Durant just said an MVP is more valuable than a championship ring. Would you believe that? And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this doesn't bother me. Because if you actually care about what this game is supposed to be about, that take is completely backwards. That's how these cats think these days. The ring still sits at the top. Everything else is secondary. And I'm about to tell you exactly why. All right, so let's get into this properly. A few days ago, Kevin Durant sat down on the Unguarded podcast and got asked a simple but loaded question. What's more precious for a top player, the regular season MVP or a championship ring? His answer was clear. He said the MVP. No wonder we've been watching Kevin Durant be Kevin Durant all these years. He said there's only one handed out every year, and that's correct. He said the ring is a great team accomplishment, but a lot of it is out of your control. He said everybody wants to be the MVP, and he doubled down hard on it. Now look, KD has both. He won the regular season MVP in 2014, and he has 2 rings with 2 finals MVPs. So this isn't some guy who never achieved either talking here. He's lived both experiences, whether you like it, how he did it, or not. But that gives his opinion a little bit of weight. Now, I'm not going to dismiss it just because I disagree, but I do freaking disagree. Strong. And before we watch the actual clip of what he says, I want you to hear the framing I'm coming from because it matters. Basketball is still a team sport. The entire season is structured around one goal: winning the championship. That's the only trophy that ends the year. Everything else is a stepping stone or an individual honor along the way. When we start elevating regular season awards above the actual championship, we're shifting the values of the actual sport. And that shift has been happening for a while. That's why the NBA got so many people, stopped watching it. A lot of players, a lot of media, and a lot of fans have started treating the regular season like something you just have to survive. Load management, rest nights, save yourself for the playoffs kind of approach. Stars sitting out back to backs, teams tanking or soft pedaling once they lock in a seat. Not everyone is even playing at their absolute best for 82 games anymore. The regular season has become for many a means to an end. That reality undercuts the purity of the regular season MVP in a way it didn't used to do it. When the league was more physical and the expectation was that every star showed up every night, that award carried a different weight. Now, it's still prestigious, yeah. It's still hard to win, but it's not the same as it once was. It's devalued at this point. Now, if we're going to talk about individual value tied to actual winning, then the standard has to be higher. It has to be Finals MVP accompanied by an NBA championship. That combination measures both individual dominance and team success under the highest possible pressure against the highest and best possible competition. Regular season MVP doesn't do that. Finals MVP on a champion does. That's the lens I'm watching this clip through. Now let's hear KD in his own words.
What's more precious as a top guy, the MVP or winning the ring?
The MVP. It's one a year. That's what somebody feel when nobody say the ring is incredible and it's a great moment, great team accomplishment.
It's a team accomplishment.
There you go. Come on. Everybody wants to be MVP.
For sure.
If you got a chance to become an MVP in this NBA, Yeah, I can see if it was an MVP per team. It's like,
it's just one of these. Yeah, they've been cooking the whole time. Because the ring is so hard to get to that it's such a select few, but the MVP is even smaller of a list.
So small, and that ring is a lot that's out of your control with the ring sometimes. The MVP, you got a little bit more control in your hand, and you got a chance to win MVP.
Yeah.
All right. So that's his take. Of course, more players win it because it's a full team, but it's one title.